Hello and welcome back to Horoscope TV. I am just so excited you are here with us today. The energy is really high, the stars are moving, and we have a really huge week to talk about.
Yeah, it is great to be back. And you were right. The energy is definitely high. We are looking at a week that is going to feel very different from the ones we've had recently.
Exactly. And today we are doing something a little special. Usually we bounce around the whole zodiac, checking in on everyone from Aries to Pisces. But today, we are stopping the wheel.
Right.
We are focusing entirely on one sign. So if you were born between June 21st and July 22nd, listen up, because this is all about you. We are talking about the sign of Cancer.
The crab, the nurturer,
Yeah.
the protector. It is going to be a totally fascinating week for Cancer. And frankly, if there was ever a week to sit down and really analyze the data for Cancer, it's this one.
Fascinating is definitely one word for it. We're looking at the week of March 2nd to March 8th, 2026, and looking at the astrological data, which actually covers March 3rd to the 9th. This week is just absolutely packed. It's not just a normal, go to work, come home kind of week. We've got eclipses, we have planets changing signs, we have some really major career moments.
It is a week of shifting gears. I think that is the best way to describe it.
Shifting gears, I like that. So before we get into the nitty-gritty details of every single day, can you just give us the big picture? What is the general vibe or the weather for Cancer this week?
Well, imagine you were driving a car. You start the week in really heavy traffic. There's a lot going on, lots of noise, lots of people honking, just lots of information coming at you all at once.
Right.
That's the beginning of the week. But then as the week goes on, you hit the open highway, the road clears up, you pick up speed. And by the end of the week, you are cruising towards some serious success and personal joy.
That sounds really promising. So you just have to get through the traffic first.
Exactly. It starts with very intense mental energy. There's a huge focus on communication. But it moves toward a place of career success and really just feeling good in your own skin. And we cannot forget the most important backdrop to all of this.
Oh, I know what you are going to say. It's the big planet, right?
It's Jupiter. Right now, in March 2026, lucky Jupiter is sitting right there in the sign of Cancer.
Which is huge.
It's massive. Jupiter only visits your sign once every 12 years. So even when we talk about challenges this week or stressful moments, you have to remember that you have this giant umbrella of good luck sitting right over you.
That's such a good reminder. It's like having a safety net. No matter what happens, Jupiter's there saying, I got you.
Precisely. It amplifies the good stuff and it protects you from the bad stuff. It's like walking a tightrope, but knowing there's a safety net made of solid gold underneath you. So definitely keep that in mind as we walk through the week.
Okay, let's really unpack this. Because the week starts off with a massive bang. Tuesday, March 3rd, we have a lunar eclipse in the sign of Virgo. Now, anytime I hear the word eclipse, I just immediately think drama. Is that fair?
Drama is one way to put it, but I prefer the word reveal. An eclipse reveals things. It basically turns out the light so you can see exactly what is glowing in the dark.
Oh.
Scientifically, it's just a shadow, but astrologically, we analyze it like it acts as a giant spotlight.
I really love that analogy. So what is this lunar eclipse in Virgo doing for Cancer specifically? What is the spotlight pointing at?
Well, for Cancer, Virgo is the sign that rules your communication sector. It rules how you talk, how you think, how you process information day to day.
Okay.
It also rules your local community.
Right.
So your neighbors, your siblings, just the people you see every single day in your neighborhood.
So an eclipse in that specific area means what? Like a communication breakdown?
You have a breakthrough.
It is usually a shakeup. Virgo is all about details. It is about the little things. So this eclipse is going to highlight the details of how you talk to people. It creates a massive shift in how you connect and share information.
Looking at the astrological data, it suggests that this could be the time you finally finish a big writing project. Or maybe you have a conversation that just changes everything. Yes. Think about something you have been holding back. Maybe it is a project you've been working on in secret. Maybe it's an email you have drafted 5 times, but you just never hit send.
Right.
Or maybe it is a feeling you have about a neighbor or a brother or sister that you've kept buried.
And the eclipse just pushes it out.
It forces it out, the pressure builds up, and you have to let it go. It is all about clearing the air.
That sounds really intense, but also kind of relieving, almost like popping a balloon that's been stretched too tight.
It is relieving eventually,
Yeah.
but in the moment, it can feel like nervous tension. The data also indicates that this eclipse highlights short trips.
Short trips, like driving to the grocery store or something.
It could be. Or it could be a sudden need to travel for work, a quick hop on a train or a short flight. But because it is an eclipse, it is usually unexpected. You might get a call saying, hey, we need you in the next town over right now.
And that trip could change your perspective.
Exactly. You go on a short trip and you see something or you meet someone and suddenly your whole mindset shifts. That is the raw power of an eclipse. It is quick, it is highly detailed because of Virgo, and it completely changes the story.
There's also this idea in the data of a hidden truth coming to light. That sounds a bit mysterious to me.
It is mysterious. Eclipses tend to uncover things that were hidden in the shadows. Since this is in your communication sector, you might learn something about someone close to you.
Or maybe about yourself.
Yes, exactly. You might realize a truth about yourself that you've been terrified to say out loud.
So for our Cancer listeners, if there is a secret you have been keeping or something you have been afraid to say.
This is the week, Tuesday, March 3rd. That is the exact trigger point. The universe is basically handing you the microphone and turning up the volume all the way. You have to speak your truth.
But speaking of nerves, if the universe hands me a microphone, I might get stage fright. The data definitely mentions nervous tension around this.
Yes. Virgo energy can be very anxious.
Yes.
It worries about every single little detail. You'll be thinking, did I say that right? Did I spell that word correctly in the email? Is my tone okay?
So your mind is just racing.
Your mind will be racing on March 3rd. Absolutely. It is like a hamster on a wheel that just won't stop running.
What should a Cancer do about that? Just sit there and panic.
Please don't panic. The advice here is incredibly important. You need to physically calm down the mental noise.
Like deep breathing.
Deep breathing, meditation, even just sitting in a quiet, dark room for 5 minutes. You have to consciously tell your brain, it is okay to stop thinking for a second. If you don't do that, all that nervous tension can turn into physical stress in your body.
We want the breakthrough, not the breakdown.
Exactly. Use the high energy to write, to speak, to travel. Do not use the energy to worry. Anxiety and brilliance are really just two sides of the exact same high energy coin. You want to flip the coin to the brilliant side.
That is such a great way to put it. Okay, so we get through Tuesday, the eclipse happens, the truth comes out. Then we hit Wednesday, March 4th. And from what I see, the vibe shifts completely.
Completely. On March 4th, the moon moves into Libra.
And Libra is all about balance and beauty, right?
Balance, beauty, and absolute peace. For Cancer, when the moon is in Libra, it lights up your sector of home and family.
Oh, that is Cancer's absolute favorite place to be anyway.
It really is. Cancer is the natural ruler of the home. So when you add this Libra energy on top of it, it becomes a double dose of nesting.
So we go from the nervous, chatty, intense energy of the eclipse to leave me alone, I just want to be on my couch.
I want to be on my couch, and I want the couch to look really pretty.
Yeah?
That is the Libra influence.
Yeah.
You will deeply want to create a sanctuary.
I see.
You might look around your living room and think, I need fresh flowers here. I need softer lighting. I need this whole space to feel peaceful.
I love that so much. It's like recovering from the drama of the day before. You just want to retreat and heal.
It is exactly a recovery period. The astrological data specifically points to a desire to cuddle and just stay inside. You want quiet, romantic moments.
No loud parties.
No loud parties at all. You don't want arguments. You just want soft blankets, good food, and a quiet evening.
It sounds lovely, but I have to ask, is there a downside to this? Because usually, life doesn't just let you hide under a blanket for 24 hours.
That is the catch. The outside world is still moving, and we will talk about this a bit later when we get to the worst match section, but this strong desire to stay home might cause some real friction with your friends who want to go out.
Oh, right. Your friend is texting saying, let's go to the club, and you are saying, I have a very important date with my pillow.
Exactly. And for Cancer this week, the pillow is going to win on Wednesday. And you know what? That is completely okay. You need that recharge.
So permit yourself to hibernate a little bit on March 4th. Give yourself that grace because you are going to need that energy. As we move into the rest of the week, things start to get really golden. We have these days, March 5th, 7th, and 9th, that seem pretty spectacular in the data.
They are spectacular. We analyze these as aspects or connections where planets make really friendly links with each other. And for Cancer, these connections are hitting all the right buttons.
Let's start with Thursday, March 5th. The Sun connects with Jupiter. And remember, Jupiter is currently in Cancer.
This is a beautiful, beautiful connection. The Sun represents your vitality, your core self. It's basically your battery.
Right.
And Jupiter represents growth, luck, and healing. When they connect like this, it is like a massive injection of positive energy directly into your battery.
The data explicitly suggests healing energy here.
Yes, and this isn't just about feeling happy mentally. It is very physical. If you have been feeling tired or run down or just kind of blah lately, March 5th is the day you wake up feeling like $1,000,000. You will feel so motivated to take care of your body.
Maybe that is the day you finally go to that yoga class or you just go for a really long walk outside and it just feels amazing.
Exactly. You feel good being you.
Yeah.
And because Jupiter's involved, we have to talk about money.
Oh, I always want to talk about money. What does Jupiter have for us?
Jupiter is the planet of abundance. When the sun lights it up, there is a very strong potential for a financial gift.
A gift, like someone just hands you cash.
It could be. Or it could be a sudden bonus at work that you didn't see coming. Or maybe a refund you were not expecting at all in the mail.
That's amazing.
It's a windfall energy. It honestly feels like the universe is tipping you for a job well done.
That sounds fantastic.
But there is a key detail here. The data suggests you need to completely trust your intuition on this day.
Cancer is super well known for intuition, that classic gut feeling.
Right. So on March 5th, if you have a strong hunch about money like, I should buy this lottery ticket, or I should invest in this, or even I should march in there and ask for that raise, you need to trust it.
Don't second guess it.
Do not second guess it. If it feels right in your gut, it probably is right. Jupiter is guiding you directly through that feeling.
Okay, I am noting that down right now.
Right.
Trust the gut on Thursday. Now, let's skip ahead slightly to Saturday, March 7th. The Sun meets Mercury.
This is a completely different kind of good news. Mercury is the mind. It's how you figure things out and process logic. The sun is illumination. It's the light bulb.
Okay.
When they meet together, it is like a giant light bulb turning on in a totally dark room.
Clarity.
Perfect clarity. And specifically for your career.
I know a lot of people really struggle with that. They constantly ask, am I in the right job? Where's my career going? What should I do next?
If you have been asking those heavy questions, March 7th is the day you finally get the answer. The fog just lifts entirely. You will look at your career path and see exactly where the road goes. You will know exactly what you need to do to succeed.
That is huge. Confusion is so draining on a person. Clarity is incredibly energizing.
It is energizing, and it prepares you perfectly for the grand finale of the week, which is Sunday, March 9th.
Sunday sounds like the absolute cherry on top. Mercury connects with Jupiter.
This is the joyful climax of the whole week. Mercury is communication. Jupiter is expansion and pure joy.
The astrological forecast says incredibly positive news and deep joy. Those are really strong words to see in the data.
They are strong because the energy is strong. Think back to Tuesday, the eclipse. You had that really hard conversation. You spoke your hidden truth. You dealt with all the heavy traffic.
Right? The nervous energy.
Exactly. Well, Sunday is the payoff for all of that.
Oh, I see. Because you were brave on Tuesday, you get the massive reward on Sunday.
Exactly. Your words, your brilliant words, as the data patterns suggest, attract massive support. People actually listen to you. They agree with you. They genuinely want to help you.
So if you pitched that idea or sent that starry email on Tuesday, Sunday is when you finally get the big yes.
It is the yes.
Mm.
And it brings this very deep sense of happiness.
Mm-hmm.
Not just a fleeting, oh, that's nice feeling, but a soul-deep joy that things are finally working out for you.
It sounds like a roller coaster that ends on a really high peak.
It really does. But you know, we have skipped over a huge part of the week. We have touched on it briefly, but we really need to dive into the star of the show.
The career.
The career.
The astrological data shows that professional life is the absolute star of the show this week for Cancer, and it mostly hinges on one really big movement. Venus entering Aries on Friday, March 6th.
This is a total game changer. Venus is the planet of love, beauty, and charm. Aries is the very first sign of the zodiac. It is pure fire, it is action, it is fearless leadership.
And for Cancer, where exactly does this happen in the chart?
It happens in your 10th house. That is the very top of your chart, the part that rules your career, your ambition, and your public image.
Okay, let's put that together. Charm plus action plus career.
It means you are completely magnetic at work. You aren't just putting your head down and doing your job. You are shining while you do it. People are looking at you.
The analysis says you become incredibly popular with bosses and clients.
Yes. Usually as a Cancer, you might worry about bothering your boss or being annoying to a big client. You don't want to rock the boat. Not this week. This week, they actively want to hear from you. They like you. They are totally charmed by you.
So actionable advice here for you listening. Do not hide in your cubicle.
Absolutely not. This is the worst possible week to be invisible at work. You need to be seen by everyone.
The data says this is the absolute best time to ask for a promotion or pitch a big new idea.
Think about it logically. You have the total clarity from Mercury, you have the massive luck from Jupiter, and now you have the undeniable charm from Venus. The bright energy is completely on your side.
Right.
If you walk into your boss's office on Friday, March 6th, or really any time after that, you have a huge cosmic advantage.
That is so empowering. It's like having a strong tailwind pushing you forward. You just have to be brave enough to put up the sail.
Exactly. Don't be shy. Cancer can be a very shy sign sometimes.
Right.
You like to stay safe in your shell. But the stars are explicitly asking you to come out and take full credit for your amazing work.
Now, there is a really interesting side effect to this career boost. It bleeds over into your love life.
It does. We analyze this as office romance potential.
Ooh, spicy.
It can be very spicy. Because Venus is hanging out in your career sector, you are attracting people directly through your work.
So if you are a single Cancer.
If you are single, look around the office. Or look at that new client you are meeting with. Or maybe you go to a local networking event for your industry. You might meet someone very special there.
And the analysis points out that you are becoming highly attractive to people in authority.
Power is attractive. And you are projecting a lot of power and confidence this week. People in charge, bosses, leaders, mentors, they are really noticing you. And sometimes that professional admiration can turn into a personal spark.
So definitely dress up for work this week. Put in that extra effort.
Definitely dress for success. You never know who is looking at you.
Okay, let's transition fully into love and relationships. We have talked about the cozy cuddling on Wednesday. We've talked about the potential office crush on Friday. But it is not all smooth sailing, is it?
No. Relationships are complex, and the stars always reflect that complexity. We have the highs, like we mentioned, the honest talk, clearing the air, the romantic nesting at home. But we do have a pretty serious warning for Saturday, March 8th.
The warning, March 8th. Venus meets Saturn.
Saturn, the great taskmaster, the strict teacher of the zodiac.
And Venus is love. So when the planet of love meets the strict teacher, that really does not sound fun at all.
It usually feels like a splash of freezing cold water.
Yeah.
Saturn cools things down, it restricts. So on Saturday, you might feel a sudden cold distance from your partner.
That sounds scary. Does it mean they don't love you anymore?
No. And that is the absolute most important thing for you to remember. Do not panic.
Okay, I want to repeat that for everyone listening. Do not panic.
It feels like they are pulling away. Or maybe they're just really busy with their own stuff, or maybe they just woke up in a bad mood. But because you are a Cancer and you feel everything so deeply, you might interpret that simple distance as, oh no, it's over.
Right. The brain jumps to, they are leaving me.
Exactly. You start worrying obsessively about the future. Where is this going? Are we going to make it long-term? Saturn makes you worry about the heavy long-term stuff.
It's a reality check.
It is a reality check. Maybe you do need to look at the relationship realistically. But the feeling of extreme coldness is just temporary. It is just a passing planetary movement. It passes quickly.
So if your partner is quiet on Saturday, don't start a huge fight about it.
Exactly. Give them space. Do not force the affection. Saturn demands respect and space. If you try to force a cuddle on Saturday when they aren't feeling it, you will hit a brick wall. Just let it be. Let them have their space.
There is also a physical warning for this day in the data, right?
Yes. Saturn rules structure in the body. So we are talking about bones, joints, teeth, knees. When Venus, which rules pleasure and physical comfort, hits Saturn, sometimes we can feel sudden aches and pains in those structural areas.
So protect your bones and joints on March 8th. Maybe don't go skiing for the very first time on that Saturday.
Or just be careful walking down a steep flight of stairs. It is a day to be cautious with your body's physical structure. Don't push your physical limits.
Got it. Watch the knees, and don't freak out if your boyfriend or girlfriend is grumpy.
That is the perfect summary.
Let's move to money. We talked about the good luck and the windfall on Thursday, but there's a trap waiting for us on Saturday, March 7th.
Ah, yes. The pretty things trap.
This involves Venus meeting Neptune.
Right. Neptune is the planet of dreams, illusions, and deep fantasy. Venus represents your money and beauty.
And remember, Cancers are in this heavy nesting mode right now. They desperately want their home to be beautiful and peaceful.
Exactly. So here is the exact scenario. You are scrolling online, or you are walking through a nice home goods store. You see a beautiful rug, or a very expensive piece of art, or a fancy sofa. It looks perfect. It looks like it will magically solve all your problems.
If I just buy this lamp, My life will finally be peaceful.
Exactly. That is Neptune talking to you. It is a total illusion. You are tempted to spend money to escape your complex emotions. You honestly think buying the physical thing will make you feel better inside.
Retail therapy gone completely wrong.
Very wrong. Because Neptune can make things look way better than they actually are. You might buy it, spend a ton of money, get it home, and realize it is cheaply made or doesn't fit the room, or you just spent your entire rent money on a useless vase.
Ouch. So the strict advice here is completely close the wallet.
Stick to a strict budget. The forecast is very clear on this. Focus on saving your cash for a secure and highly comfortable future.
That sounds a lot like Saturn talking again, but it is really good, solid advice.
It is. Instant gratification feels really good for about a second. Long-term security feels good forever.
And also, referencing back to the eclipse from earlier in the week, there was talk of contracts in the data, right?
Yes, stemming from March 3rd. There might be important paperwork floating around this week.
So if you are signing a contract or buying a house or leasing a new car,
Read the fine print carefully, especially with Neptune involved heavily on the 7th. Neptune is famous for hiding things in the fog. Make absolutely sure you know exactly what you were signing before you put your name on it.
okay, no impulse buys and read the fine print twice. We can definitely do that. Now let's talk about people. We are social creatures, even as cancers who really like to hide in our shells. Who should we be hanging out with this week?
Looking at the data, we have a clear best match and a clear worst match for the week.
Let's start with the good news. Who is our best match?
It is Virgo.
Virgo. Now, wait a minute. The eclipse is happening in Virgo. Doesn't that mean Virgos are kind of going crazy right now?
It does. Virgos are going through a massive, huge change. They are seeing the whole world differently because the big eclipse is happening right in their sign.
So why are they a good match for Cancer right now?
Because Cancer is the ultimate nurturer. Virgo's going through a lot of heavy stuff, and Cancer has this deeply nurturing soul. You make Virgo feel incredibly safe during a chaotic time.
Oh, so we are basically their emotional support animal this week.
In a way, yes, but it completely goes both ways. Virgo is an earth sign.
Mhm.
They are deeply practical. They offer practical help.
Okay.
So while you are giving them the emotional support they need, they are helping you organize your messy life or fix your broken sink or ruthlessly edit that scary email you need to send to your boss.
That sounds like a really great balanced trade.
It is a highly stable, supportive friendship. The data clearly says you will feel truly cherished and understood by a Virgo this week.
That is just beautiful. So find a Virgo in your life and give them a big hug. Now, who should we actively avoid? Who is the worst match? Libra. But wait, on Wednesday, the moon is in Libra, and we said we really liked that.
We like the vibe of Libra. We like the peace and the beauty in our home. But dealing with an actual Libra person this week is a completely different story.
Why is there such a clash?
It is a fundamental energy mismatch right now. Libra is an air sign. They want to be social. They constantly want fairness and debate. They want to chat and mingle with big groups.
And Cancer just wants to cuddle at home on the couch.
Exactly. Libra says, hey, let's go to this huge party downtown. Cancer says, absolutely not. That is strike one.
What is strike two?
Strike two is Venus moving into Aries. Remember, Venus moves into Aries on Friday. Aries is very aggressive, fast fire energy. Libra is often very attracted to that exciting energy. They might be actively looking for fast, fiery relationships this week.
And Cancer is, well, Cancer's soft.
Cancer has a soft heart. You want deep, unwavering emotional security. You want to know you are totally safe. Libra might seem way too distant, too superficial, or just moving way too fast for you this week.
So you're just on completely different wavelengths.
Totally different wavelengths. You will find it very hard to find any peace with them. They will seem really flighty to you, and honestly, you will seem overly clingy to them. It is just a really bad mix for this specific week.
Okay. Sorry to all Libras out there. Maybe next week. But for now, we are sticking with the Virgos.
Probably for the best.
We are coming to the end of our deep analysis on the Cancer forecast. But before we go, everyone always loves the cheat sheet. Give us the quick hits for luck this week.
All right, get your pens ready or your lottery tickets if your gut tells you to buy one.
What are the lucky numbers?
We have a specific list from the data: 3, 9, 18, 27, 36, and 42.
Wow, lots of multiples of 3 in there. That's very interesting. And what is the lucky color?
The color of the week is silver.
Silver. That actually makes perfect sense. Cancer is ruled by the moon, and the moon is silver.
Exactly. It channels that potent lunar energy directly to you. So wear some silver jewelry. or maybe a silver tie or a silver scarf. It really helps you connect with your ruling planet and draw in that good fortune.
I love that. A little silver charm to carry you through the week.
It certainly can't hurt.
So if you had to boil this whole massive week down all the eclipses, the big career boosts, the warnings about spending and coldness, what is the one big takeaway our Cancer listener should remember?
I would definitely say this. Trust your intuition. You have so much raw power this week to completely change your life, especially at work.
Yeah?
Speak your truth. Go in there and get that promotion.
Yes.
But don't let the temporary coldness of Saturday ruin your entire week. The good heavily outweighs the bad this week, but only if you are brave enough to speak up and claim it.
Trust your gut. Speak up and stay cozy when you need to.
That is the ultimate Cancer way.
Before we wrap up completely, I want to leave you with a final thought to mull over. We talk so much about speaking your truth on Tuesday during the eclipse. But think about this. If this eclipse forces you to drop the mask you've been wearing, and Jupiter is handing you a 12-year cycle of luck, what happens if the truth you speak completely changes the trajectory of your entire life?
That's a huge thought.
Are you actually ready for the wild, unapologetic success you've been secretly asking the universe for? Because once you say it out loud this week, you can't put it back in the box. You have to step into that new reality. Just something to think about while you're wearing your silver and trusting your gut.
I think they are ready.
I think they are too. Well, there you have it. A massive, life-changing week ahead for all you Cancers out there. Thank you so much for tuning in to this forecast.
It was an absolute pleasure analyzing it all for you.
We hope this map of the stars helps you navigate the heavy traffic, find the glorious open highway, and maybe even find a little pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
Or at the very least, a really comfortable, beautiful spot on the couch.
That too. Thank you so much for listening to this episode on Horoscope TV. If you enjoyed this, please make sure to subscribe. That way you get notified right when the next episode is available, and you never miss a single beat of what the stars have in store for you.
Have a truly wonderful week, everyone.
Bye for now.